Hey everyone, Mark here. Today we're going to be talking about Anthrax, Fistful of Metal. It's the 40th anniversary of this album. It came out in January. I don't think anybody knows the exact date, but it came out in January 1984 on Megaforce Records. People in the band, we had Neil Turbin as on vocals, Dan Lanker on bass, Dan Spitz on lead guitar, Scotty on rhythm guitar, and Charlie Benate on drums. Everybody knows who Anthrax are, one of the big four of thrash metal. They were formed in Queens, New York in 1981. After releasing this debut album, their former guitarist, Greg Walls, claimed that Anthrax ripped off the material for this album that he wrote, but whatever. The album was recorded late 1983 on Pyramid Sound and produced by Carl Candy. I guess he was the drummer for the Rods. Which is cool. A couple small facts about this album is Scotty didn't like the idea of covering Alice Cooper. I'm 18. He didn't do the guitar rhythm tracks for that song. Dan Spitz did all the guitar tracks for that song. That was, I guess, his way of protesting and saying that he didn't want to do it. Also, the band wasn't happy with the mix on this album. Guitar sounded very low in the mix, apparently, and Scotty has always said that he's always wanted to remix this album, and still to this day, he hasn't done it yet. So, now for the artwork on this album. Scotty has always hated the artwork for this album. I guess this was all Neil Turbin's idea. The artist for this album was Kent Joshp, and yeah, he did the artwork. I don't know anything about him or anything. Apparently, what's kind of funny is the two hands that are on this album, they're both left-handed. The mouth, I mean the fist going through the mouth and holding of the hair are both left-handed. So I thought that was kind of funny. The band did like the logo, which stuck with the band forever. My favorite tracks on this album on here are Death Rider and Metal Thrashing Mad Panic. Another killer track on here. Yeah, but after the release and they toured a bit for this album, they will kick out Dan Lanker on bass and Neil Turbin. Dan was replaced by Frank Bello, who has been a key member ever since he joined the band. So, and he's still in the band. And Neil Turbin would be replaced by the legend and the voice of Anthrax. And I think everybody would agree that Troy Belladon is the voice of Anthrax for sure. It's a classic album. It's an important album that started an amazing career for Anthrax that would fall by other legendary albums. So let me know what you think in the comments below, and remember, everybody, metal never dies. Cheers.